Hey guys, it's Sam and today we're gonna talk about Challengers. What a movie. Honestly, Luca Guadagnino is one of these directors that just is there for the drama. He likes to make things like extra saucy and extra dramatic. Going into the movie, I had really low expectations because when I read the synopsis of the movie, I was not sold. I just thought, like, what's up with Luca, like, directing a sport movie, a tennis movie? I wasn't interested. So I was waiting for him to sell this movie to me. The movie's structure is brilliant. We are in the middle of a match. There are 4 sets and 2 breaks. And in between these things, we go back in time to tell the flashback or what is actually happening. We start the movie with the very first set of the match, and there's already tension. We don't know what's going on. Why are these people like looking at each other in that way? All we know is that there is something wrong. Then we go back in time and we understand a little bit about these characters, what are the commonalities between them, and we understand that these 3 characters are abnormal. They're a little bit too obsessed with the sport, and I love freaky people. I love people who are just a little unhinged. Specifically, people who are too obsessed with something, they can easily turn out to be monsters. Their moral compass and moral standards are a little bit wonky, so they could do really nasty stuff to get to where they want and what they want to be. Like Tonya, for example, or Uncut Gems. It doesn't have to be sport people, but like in Uncut Gems, that dude is insane. And even a movie like I Saw the Devil, where a normal person is turned into an actual literal monster just because he got a little bit obsessed with catching someone. So people who have this tendency that if they are put in a certain situation and with the right circumstances, they can go unhinged. These are my favorite types of characters because they are unpredictable, they're exciting, and they are creepy. The more we go back and forth between the flashbacks and the match, we understand why this match is a big deal and why the score of the match or who will win or whatever has some stuff relying on it. The best aspect about this movie is definitely the characters. I think that the 3 main characters are really well written and they are very different from each other. Zendaya is probably my favorite character because she is the craziest of them. This person is too competitive, too egotistical, and too control freaky. She is scary. She's someone who was born to play this game, who conquered every cell in her body to be a tennis player. But when fate is standing in her way and she got an injury that she can never really recover from, or even if she did, she will never be in her full capacity, she doesn't give up. And after she had to give up all of her unfulfilled dreams, she had to find a new vessel, and she wanted to choose one of the 2 boys. And I think she initially, and this is what actually happened in the movie, she initially chose Patrick, but he was just too strong of a character for her to kind of control. He's so much stronger than Art, and he has a personality. He wants to say no, he disagrees. But Art genuinely loves her and he allows her to override him. He allows her to use all her manipulative ways and to be the carrier of all her unfulfilled dreams. She needs someone that she can be in full control of. And this is why she married Art. Because Patrick's character is actually also a strong character. When she tried to do her manipulative ways to kind of be in control of what he's doing and how he's acting and in control of him in general, he refused it. He told her, "You are not my boss, you are not my coach, we are peers." And this is the moment where she understood that her path with Patrick is completely gone. She needs someone who is submissive, someone that she can actually dominate. And from the very beginning, we can see the energy between Patrick and Art is a dominant and a submissive character. Patrick is the dominant in this friendship, and Art is totally a character that can be swayed here and there. And this is what Zendaya's character understood, and this is why she chose to marry Art, because Art is her little toy, is her little project. And there's a lot of politics that goes in the background of these stuff. So literally the setting with which Challengers is based on is brilliant. It's just a habitat for crazy shit to happen. And basically the more we go back and forth between the matches and the flashback, we're kind of seeing their relationships forming. We can see the dominance struggle between the three of them. In a flashback, these two are dating. In another flashback, these two are dating. In another flashback, these two are like kind of seeing how things are going. It's just they are trying to find the right dynamic until she reaches a point where she understood like, this is the dynamic with which I'm going with. I am taking Art, I am completely cutting off Patrick. And then comes my favorite part of the movie, which is the last 30 minutes or so, the final set of the match and a little bit before that. This is the best part of the movie, honestly. And let me talk about the camera work, because Luca Guadagnino was insane in these scenes, specifically the last part of the match where like the camera was so versatile and so dynamic. Like some of the shots were just miracles, they were cinema magic. Like for example, the shot that was underneath the playground and we can see the line with which like the playground that's drawn on the playground and the two characters like playing, and we can see them in like kind of a transparent glass or whatever. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Another shot is when the camera was the ball. It was like from the POV of the ball, and it's just being shot from that character to that character, and it is so beautiful. I love it when directors just, you know, kind of go really, really creative and out of the box type of camera work. It reminded me of Gaspar Noé in general with Irreversible or Climax or Enter the Void, with which his character was basically a ghost. So, and because the camera was from the point of view of the character, it was so versatile. We were looking through the eyes of a ghost, so he can go through walls, he can like fly, and this is what I felt with Luca Guadagnino's camera usage. It's just that man knows how to create an atmosphere. If I got you some Luca Guadagnino shots, you will know that it is his. He has like this way with color correction, with how the characters dress, with who are these characters. He always chooses such charismatic, pretty men and women, so photogenic. The last part of the movie was crazy because now everything is on the table. We understand how important this match is. We understand why there is tension. We are so tense, and we understand that if that character won, it means something. If that other character won, it means something. And now we understand Zendaya's character, and we understand her motives. She is such a manipulative person. She has so many unseen motives and like ulterior motives in general, and it stems from the right reasons. She is someone who was taught to feel that way, to be that character. And the duo Art and Patrick, they stood for different things. I believe that Patrick stood for talent, pure talent, but Art stood for a hard-working person. And I think Art understood at some point that he is plan B, but he knew that when he was there, when she got injured, he existed at the right time, in the right moment. And if you are a hard-working person, you can actually get what you want if you existed at the right situation. Patrick's character was not there. He was on bad terms with Zendaya's character, and he understood that this is the time where he can get in and steal the girl. Of course, she is not just thinking about the relationship, but she was also looking for someone else who would not just nag with her and fight her. She wanted someone who can be willingly submissive. And winning Tashi over is like winning a match. Both characters were looking at the relationship thingy as if it was a power struggle. It was a masculinity match. And she understood that, and that's why she was using all her ways and all of her manipulative ideas so she can be able to fuel this feud. And trying to understand what is the ulterior motive of Tashi's character is a match on its own. Because other than she needing someone else to be fed all of her unfulfilled dreams, she was also simply looking for a good match. She loves the game so much, and she's a little bit crazy and unhinged, and she just wanted to ignite both characters and build so much hatred and competitiveness between both characters that when she's seeing them playing on field, it's gonna be a one hell of a match. And I'm pretty sure she knew Patrick was playing there, and this is why she enrolled Art in there. And in some ways, every single person in that match was winning. Tashi was getting the match of her life. She was actually seeing some good tennis. They were keeping her on edge. Things were exciting for her. Art and Patrick, on the other hand, were actually playing a game and they were actually enjoying it. They were back playing tennis like little bros, just like how they were before they met her. And for the most part, they returned again to being friends. They were literally playing a match like they were at the beginning of the movie when they were little, when there was no Tashi between them. They were just playing as friends. Challengers was a great movie. It was full of, again, drama. It was full of tension and it was full of competitiveness, and I was totally sold. I was totally sucked into the story. Have you seen Challengers? If you did, please let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!